Welcome to the worst with Chad Austin. Today I got with me Mr. Max Kestenbaum. I said that right?
Yeah.
All right, dude. It's good to have you here.
Thank you. Very happy to be here, dude.
This is my first time in the new version of the studio. Same great people, but it just looks so much fucking cooler down here,
It's
man.
a fucking vibe.
Isn't it?
It actually feels. Honestly, it sort of feels like when you go like this. There should be an audience out here.
No, right.
It's very.
No, yeah. I'll tell you what. This stage has brought me a few ups and downs. One of my few ups were like the open mics I did. My one down was the time I tried to host a roast battle here, which I'm gonna bring back eventually. But I realized I'm not as good at hosting as I needed to be, and I need to tighten that game up.
Hosting is one of the hardest skills in the world in comedy.
Hey, and can I say that you do it well?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I mean, dude, that show you saw, bro, I was under so much pressure. I was just like, I didn't want to do time in between. The stakes were super high. I just wanted to get everybody up. I wanted to like do my shit off the top, at least get the energy level up here and just have it, maintain like where it was. But like real, like in like a normal situation, I'm way more relaxed. I'm way more, like crowd work with it. Like I bring everyone together, but it takes years to be a fucking good host. It's the hardest position, and it's the most important fucking position.
Dude, it's so fucking okay. So I get when you said like you were rushing to get everybody up. That was my first mistake. Like I was like, they're here to see a roast battle.
Right.
They don't need my bullshit.
Right.
They don't need my bullshit. And so I was rushing through to each battle. I was just trying to get it going, and then all of a sudden it was like we're on the last battle and we're fucking 20 minutes into the show. What's going on? And I was like, oh, I'm panicking. And that's where I fucked up. Is I didn't pace myself. I didn't even really introduce them to me. I was just like, we're here for a fucking battle, guys.
Dude, well, you know what? So someone told this to me a few months ago or 2 months ago, and I don't think I'll ever forget this. And this like changed my perspective on like stand up in general, but specifically like hosting is when you're a host, it's like you're letting people into your house and you're introducing everybody, right? You're making everyone comfortable. But if you invite a bunch of people over to your house that don't know each other and they barely know you, and you start telling them your life story off the bat, they're like, ugh, what the fuck? Like, no, like, right? And that's what good hosting is, or good stand-up is. You have to ease everyone into it, and it's a fucking skill, and it comes with time. And it comes with a lot. It just time on stage and being in those situations where you have to like learn how to bob and weave and do crowd work and move in and out and connect people and remember names, and you have your there's like actual crowd work that you do, and then there's your built-in crowd work jokes that come off as crowd work, but there's like your
like you're just reeling it
100%.
You're fishing and you know where it's gonna land.
Yes.
And, no, yeah, I totally get that. But yeah, so Max runs a really great show in LA. It's called the Super Dope Show. Once a month, sometimes more than once a month, correct?
Yeah. So right now it's once a month at the Townhouse, and then in Venice Beach it's the last Wednesday of every month, and then looking to be might be Saturdays starting in 2022, but then also the Improv. It's looking like it's going to be either once a month or once every other month.
I would congrats on that, because
thank you.
I got off work and I walked over to the Improv, and it was a nice brisk little walk. I got to see a couple bum dicks, and it was just you're walking down Melrose, you're doing the thing, and I got there a little early and I was chilling for a minute, and I didn't know what to expect for, because it was Max's first show at the Improv, but people showed up, man.
It was sold out.
People showed up. It was a sold out show, and everybody you brought was a killer. Everybody you brought did a great fucking job. And it was just a fun show to be at. Sometimes like I get so busy with work, and I just forget about this side of my life in complete.
Yes.
And then when I finally get to go out and do something like that, I'm like, oh, this is that thing that I love to do. This is that.
Bro, I feel you. I'm at a point right now with stand up where like it's right now I'm so in stand up, everything else is hard to manage, because it's for me right now it's hard to even care about anything else. Like I'm still a brand ambassador. I still bartend, but if I get booked on a show and I'm giving up my shift, I don't care if that means that I make less money because I'm gonna do the fucking show.
Yeah.
Or like whatever. It's a wild headspace to be in. But I have been in your position where like you're focusing on the other side, and then like I've had that happen where you walk into a comedy show and you go, oh damn, this is what I like. This is what it's like that reset.
Yeah.
And then you leave the show and like you're driving a car home and you're like, fuck, I gotta get back on stage. Like, what am I doing? Like I've absolutely been in.
I'll tell you what, that whole walk back to work, all I was thinking about was jokes. That was just all I was thinking about was just different things, and I had a good like 25-minute walk. And I was just thinking about all the, when can I go do this? When can I try this out? This, that, and and it was just, it's nice to feel when you have a lot on your plate and a lot on your shoulders. I have a wife, I have a kid. Mm-hmm. I'm the one that makes the money for the whole household. So work has to be there. Like, right. I unfortunately, I started stand up late and I knew what I was getting into. And I knew for me, like, this was just going to be something that this is my me time. Something that I enjoy to do. It was never anything where I expect, like, I'm going to be out every night and I am going to be, become a road comic and stuff. I knew, like, I came in with set expectations for myself. I was like, I just want to get to a point where I have like a really solid 10 to 15 minutes and I can just, I can be a part of the hang and do fun shows in LA.
Yeah.
And that like, and if I can get myself to that point, I'm happy with that. I'm not trying to step on anybody else's toes. I'm not trying to do that. I just want to be, I just want to be here. Like this is the part that brings me the happiness. And I'm not trying to make it big. I just want to have fun doing it.
Yes. Yes.
And so like, but it was just nice to, like I said, to be out and just to have that, like, just re-rev the engine and just be like, fuck dude, I need it. Like it's just something I need in my life.
Bro, I feel you. I had a show in San Diego on Wednesday and, bro, I bombed so hard. I fucking ate. Oh my God. I haven't bombed this hard. I didn't even know. It was a long drive back to LA, boy. Oh my God. I was just in the car like, oh my God, what the fuck just happened? Everything that went wrong could have possibly went wrong. But the weird thing about having that happen is when I bombed, it sucked. When I went back and watched the video, I saw all the errors that I made.
Yeah.
And then like that bomb, it made me realize, one, I'm getting a little too cocky. I'm getting too comfortable, right? And B, it reinvigorated me to get back on stage, tighten some things, and make sure I never make those mistakes again. So like, I mean, yeah.
No, I mean, I first of all, I get it about the long drive because honestly, sometimes going to an open mic, which is 15 minutes from my house, and then I'm driving 15 minutes back to my house, and that feels like the longest drive ever.
I live in fucking Venice. I live in fucking Venice. I bartend 2-3 nights a week. The mic that I usually go to is Fourth Wall Cafe, right? So I'd fucking drive an hour to get from Venice to fucking East Hollywood to go up, and for maybe 15 minutes and tell my little dick jokes, and then drive back and go to work, but what else am I gonna do? I have to fucking, I have to work.
No, I mean, and I get it because sometimes, like I said, it's been a little while, and sometimes I catch myself where I'm just randomly trying shit out on people at the bar.
Yes.
And that can go very wrong. Like you really have to gauge the person that's sitting in front of you before you start going, because I am in no way, shape, or form a clean comic, like no way. And so you really have to be like you kind of vet this person for like 15 to 20 minutes to see like where their mind is, and especially out here. Like, you never, you never know which way it's going to go, and it can always go that way real fast. So it's, but I get why you drive to go do it because.
I mean, look, you having Also, Mike, you guys got to open up one of these on the west side, like real bad. Like I don't know what the fuck you guys are doing. You're missing on a whole fucking market. Okay, so like get on that.
The west side needs a third wheel. Is what he's saying.
They the fucking need a goddamn third wheel. You guys will knock it out the park. You'll be swimming in money that you didn't even know was around. Oh my god. Anyways, what I was trying to say was, thank you for listening. What I was trying to say is I no longer try bits on people at the bar because it's not an accurate response. I'm finally at a point where I can like work my material at an open mic and like work out bits, but for I would say a good 3 years, you know, I've flounder at every open mic that I went to, you know, like and I would hate it, but now when I am working on bits, I pretty much only do it. Not pretty much only. I do it at mics or at shows because you get an accurate real world response. Because conversational, it's different. It's like a conversation is extremely intimate, especially at the bar. There's there's buy-in from the guest. Like you're the bartender for whatever reason. You're already the cooler person than them. And if you're cool, like, oh my god, if you're cool, they're cool, and they have a propensity to laugh more at things you say.
Oh yeah. And it's one of those things where I definitely do gauge that. It's like you can gauge that off the first 5 minutes when you just say something stupid and you get that response where it's like, okay, that was a little much. Yeah. All right. But yeah, I mean, but also it's just like, I mean, honestly, most of the people that come to my bar have I can't even talk to them about any of their shit. So it's just you know, you have the few people that you can fuck with, and I have a couple regulars that I just go, hey, let me tell you something real quick, and they're all really chill dudes. But I'll tell you what, dude. Yesterday, I was working behind the bar, and my first 4 guests come in, and they all look, I mean, young as fuck. And sometimes I really like having the young kids there because I want to hear what they're talking about. Because if you don't know this, being behind a bar, people think that there's like a fucking sound barrier.
Yes.
People think that there is a sound barrier as soon as they sit down, and they talk about whatever the fuck they want, even though you're 2 feet from them.
Yes. And then when you chime in, like, oh, you heard me? Bitch, you're right there.
No, I mean, it's every time, too. It's every time the look of shock, like, and sometimes it's like, wow, you have really good hearing. I'm like, no,
you're sitting in front of me.
You are literally in front of me. Like, I am cutting limes, and you're 6 inches away from that.
Yes.
And I mean, so I like when the younger kids come in because I want to know what they actually like, what they talk about. You know, I don't know if it's just to see if I have any grasp on, you know, what my daughter's coming into or what's cool nowadays or whatever it may be. But I'll tell you, like, the conversations that I listen to sometimes just blow my mind. These 2 young girls, both because I have to ID people, both born in 1999.
Okay.
And it also is still a trip to me that's legal drinking age. You know, it's just, but you know, they're sitting there and their whole conversation is about, oh, remember that time where we took Dad's credit card and bought everybody Christmas presents? And I'm just like, oh man, I really would just never have anything in common with you.
Yeah.
Ever. And then the 2 guys next to them are sitting there arguing about how older generation is wrong and that Star Wars 1 through 3, the one with like the little kid and everything, are the greatest Star Wars ever made. But they were born in 2000, and I'm just like, oh, okay, so this is the world that you guys
Everybody knows 4, 5, and 6
are the originals.
Are the originals and the best ones ever made. Okay, and 1, 2, and 3 only amplify 4, 5, and 6. Okay, if you don't believe that, you're fucking retarded.
Okay, absolutely.
Have you ever? So like I bartend at Scope, but it's a more like it's definitely not older crowd, but I would say like 30s and up for sure.
Best steak tartare I've ever had.
Delicious.
Fucking so good.
Fucking so good. Yeah, what was I gonna say? I very rarely interact with people in their 20s, right? Except for when I'm like out doing brand ambassador shit.
Yeah.
And I don't even. They're unrelatable. I'll be listening to they're like little babies to me. I'm like, what the fuck are you? What are you even talking about? Like, pay your taxes before you say the things that come out of your mouth, you motherfucker. Like,
dude, it's wild. No,
get into one fight.
One. There's seriously nothing. And you know, sometimes there's those conversations that people have where it's deathly serious between two people, but you can hear everything.
Yes.
And you really want to chime in because you're like, hey, I might be able to help. But then you just keep your mouth fucking shut because they obviously don't think that you can hear them. But I had a couple people that worked for Netflix in the other day, and they were talking about the whole Chappelle thing. And they were talking about just like how evil of a person he is. And I was just,
dude,
I was like, I like evil. Like, you're using the word fucking evil about a comic, about a man who has spent like the last 30 years trying to make people laugh.
Yes. Who also very clearly defined his position in his last special. And if you fucking listen to it, you would see that it is not evil. It's not even a special. It's more like a TED talk on on his position on trans
Trans relationships.
Trans relationships.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's crazy, man. That's fucking crazy.
Man, it just gets wilder and wilder to try to connect with like the younger crowd, and most of the kids that work with me or for me are really young, and I just don't even talk to them. It's just like, all right, your side work's done, go home. I don't fucking care.
Yeah,
like,
get the
dude,
fuck out of here.
don't hang out here. Please don't sit at the bar and get a beer. Just go. Leave, please. Now, I want you away from me. All right, dude. I got also, you know, before I get into like the stuff, I also want to say that this man right here, we talk shop about barbecue a lot. This man can smoke some meats, and not in the gay way. Like this man has one of the very few Instagram stories. You know how sometimes people's Instagram stories are just tiny little dots, and there's like 1,000 of them, and you just think, oh fuck, what is this? His are the only ones I actually watch because like he's actually doing something with it, and it's not just proper cooking, but it's fun to watch too.
Thank you.
You have a good narration to it. What I'm saying.
Thank you. I've always loved cooking. We grew up. My mom and dad always cooked, and I don't know. I just like it, that, like, I guess, format, if you will, sort of just started during the pandemic, just because I would just start cooking, and I would just put on this voice, man, what's up, you bitch ass motherfuckers? You know, it's just time for gangster ass cooking. I would just talk. I don't know. I would turn to this character and talk shit and cook at the same time. Then, but apparently everybody liked it a lot, so I just kept doing it. Which I really should turn into a YouTube series or something. I don't fucking know. But
no, dude, Gangster Ass Cooking as a YouTube series would
Gangster Ass Cooking.
It would be legit.
It'd be so legit, dude.
Like if we I mean, we find somebody for you that will like just like properly edit your videos. Dude. Like, I mean, it would be so fucking dope.
Thank you. I have been trying to find somebody to just fucking film it for me, and it's so hard to fucking find. It's you would think that in Los Angeles it's easy to find someone to film some shit. It is not, but. Yeah, I love cooking and I love smoking meat. That brisket thing was a huge challenge. And you know what's funny is all my dude friends are like, dude, you fucking nailed it. And all the girls are like, why would you spend so much time doing that? It's like, I bet you wouldn't understand. You don't know.
It's like 9 hours and that's what you're doing? And I'm like, yeah, bitch, that's what I'm doing.
Yes, it is what I'm doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
What the fuck else am I going to do with a Saturday morning?
Listen, it doesn't have to make sense to you why I'm going to smoke brisket. It doesn't have to make sense to me why you have to go to fucking TJ Maxx for 9 hours, okay?
Yeah.
And buy whatever the fuck.
Or brunch.
I
don't fucking understand brunch. Why do we need to go to brunch? I'd rather be in your backyard smoking meats.
Dude, I'm at a point.
Two dudes smoking meats.
It's the best. I'm at a point right now where I'd rather cook at home than kind of go to a restaurant. I now get angry. I would say 8 out of 10 times I'm at a restaurant because I could typically cook better than the food that comes out on the plate.
That right there, honestly, that is something I give props to my wife for this. When I met, I've been with her for 10 years now.
Okay.
And when I met her, one of her things was, I won't go anywhere where I know I can do it better.
Yes.
And so like rarely will we go out to like Italian dinners or something like that. Cause she's like, it's noodles and sauce. I can fucking make that really well.
Yes.
She's like, we're not going to go spend $25 on noodles and fucking sauce.
No.
And like, after a while, I was like, she is a very skilled cook. And I was just like, oh shit, like, you're right. Well, like, we just made that for fucking $7.
Yes.
And it was legit.
Yes.
And it was just, and there was no fucking hustle and bustle and, waiting to be sat, this, that, and the other, rude service, whatever it may be, all the things that come with going out. It was just you and I and a project that we did together, and it was dope. So I agree with you on that.
Yeah.
That, like, if we can do it better, why are we going somewhere?
I don't know. I can grill a mean fucking steak, and all my friends, oh, let's go to a steak restaurant. Bitch, come to my backyard. Just I'll cook it. I don't want to go to fucking spend a gazillion dollars on something that I can literally make the exact fucking better right at home.
Especially the fucking markup on steak.
Oh my god, I know.
The fucking markup on the steak is insane. Like, you go to a fucking Mastro's or whatever, and you're paying $85, and that's just for a steak. There's no sides.
No.
You want a side? That's $15 more.
Right.
It's going to be $100 a person by the time you're done ordering food.
And that's not even including drinks.
No, that's just your food,
That's
sir.
just
that is just your fucking food.
Your fucking food.
Eat a dick.
Yeah.
No. Absolutely not.
I agree.
Fuck yeah. Okay. So I always have a few like weird news stories that I like to bring up.
Okay.
First one being, did you hear that Kim Jong-Un banned leather coats in North Korea? What? So he decided that there was going to be a full ban of leather coats because he felt like everyone was biting his style.
You're kidding me.
No, this is real. So he banned leather coats in North Korea. And I don't know how I feel about it. I kind of like it, and I wish that I could do it.
First of all, I feel like he's the only person in North Korea with a leather coat.
That's what I thought at first too. Why is there a need to ban them if these people can't even eat food?
Yeah. How
are people biting his style with the leather coats?
The leather.
How are they doing it? There's no supply of food. How is there there's no Burlington coat factory? There is no North Korea Burlington coat factory. Where's the Marshalls? There is none of this stuff, man. But he felt the need to go out and make a public statement, such a public statement that it made it into national news that leather coats are now banned in North Korea because y'all motherfuckers are biters.
Wow. He must have a really, really, really
giant dick.
I would say,
right.
Micro penis.
Yeah, no. No, I mean, have you seen the man? He looks so he looks like everything is puffy.
Yes.
And
he looks like if someone, he looks like a cartoon of a dictator. If someone was to draw a cartoon of a dictator.
Yeah.
But he's a real person.
Yeah, absolutely.
He eats all the food in North Korea.
No. Yeah, that's why everyone else is starving. It's on his plate.
Yes.
And but when I was saying he looks all puffy, and then I feel like if you were disrobe the man, that like his whole his fupa area would be just so puffed out that like all that pops out is like the head of his dick, and there might be dick underneath it, but he has to push back
100%
the layer of fat.
100%.
And that's what the man's rocking with, and this is why he's such an angry person.
And he's been rocking the same haircut since the day he was born.
Yeah,
someone's.
I think they're born into that haircut.
Is it not crazy that Dennis Rodman is the only American that ever fucking came to North Korea to fucking improve relationships, and not even fucking 1994 Dennis Rodman, old ass fucking face to the floor, shitty tattoos, Dennis Rodman, fat Dennis Rodman, and Kim Jong-Un was like, oh wow, this guy is amazing.
Dennis Rodman's face is like this now. It's just like, dude. And it bummed me out too because Dennis Rodman was one of my fucking favorites back in the day. I loved his fucking antics and his drama. Like, you barely touch the guy and he fucking flies 10 feet across the floor just sliding like he's a fucking seal at fucking SeaWorld and shit. Like, but nowadays, that's all he is. He's just Kim Jong-Un's friend.
Yes.
None of these young kids. Well, before The Last Dance came out, and then they found out who Rodman was.
Right.
And I swear to fucking God, if you would have asked any of these kids, like the 21-year-olds that were just sitting at my bar, if before The Last Dance, they'd
be like, fucking Michael Jordan was racist. Dennis Rodman was racist too. He identified as a man. Everyone knows that spot.
Dennis Rodman was ahead of his time. The motherfucker was wearing dresses.
Oh my God, dude! I know.
The motherfucker was wearing
Oh my
bridal
God.
gowns.
Ahead of his time.
Way ahead, dude. Dennis Rodman was way. He was the icon that all you little fucks wanted.
Wow, I didn't even thought about that. That is so true.
And they don't even know his name.
No. They should fucking erect a statue to that motherfucker. Dyeing your hair all fucking weird. Tons of tattoos. Fucking dressing like a girl. He was the first young kid. He was the first Gen Zer.
He was a 40-year-old Gen Zer when he was
fucking Gen Zer.
And now he's a 60-year-old friend of fucking Kim Jong-Un.
Oh my God.
It's insane. But yeah, man. Yeah. So that's. I just thought it was wild that like he had to release a statement to the world, just letting you know, I'm the only motherfucker allowed to rock a leather coat in North Korea.
Did you listen to Joe Rogan's episode about with the girl who escaped North Korea?
No, I didn't. Was it good? Wild?
It's
bullshit? I don't know.
It's pretty horrifying.
Yeah?
And it'll change your perspective on North Korea. And every time you say the word North Korea, you'll be like. It's a bad
salute right now.
No. This is me this is not me saluting North Korea. This is me accessing the memory of that podcast. Yeah. It's a bad place. Let's put it that way.
No.
It's a very, very, very bad place.
The only it never seemed like a good place.
Well,
I'll tell you that. But I just don't know how bad it gets.
It's
but
so bad that Kim Jong-Un was like, I'm the only person that can wear leather coats.
Speaking of Joe Rogan. I saw you just recently posted that thing with Dana White.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, and it's funny, too, because when, it's just the truth hurts. Because I fully fucking agree. Like, if you can find a way to not feel sick, then do it.
Dude, we don't got to get into too much unless you want to go into it. But this whole entire COVID situation, I think, is so fucking bizarre, and I think that I don't know how you did it in the beginning, but literally on day two of the first lockdown, the first lockdown, we've locked down fucking twice here in fucking California. On day fucking 2, when there were not dead bodies in the streets, I was like, cool, this is some bullshit. Something is wrong, and I tried to get laws changed during the pandemic.
I know. Anything you put up to sign, I did it.
Dude, thank you.
Yeah.
I was dealing with the city. They literally would not allow live entertainment outside.
I know, but that was the most insane shit to me.
The craziest part about whatever we are still going through is the fact that you, as a citizen, can't do anything right now to change what our local government is doing. There's nothing you can do.
No,
and it's like, I don't know. It's crazy to me. And I think that also I remember when people first started getting their vaccines. All right, so I was not going to get the vaccine ever, right? Then I heard comedy clubs were going to fucking, make it so that you couldn't get in. And I was like, cool, you got me. Then all my homies started getting fucking fake cards and which work.
They do.
Which
they 100% work.
They work like a motherfucker.
They work.
Okay. And I was like, wow, I could have just done that. All right. So where's it going with this? Fucking, I think all the people who were posting their vaccine cards, I just don't get it is now a proven fact that if you have antibodies, you're good. So why is it still get your vaccine? Or the fact that my dad got monoclonal antibodies. And he had the vaccine. He was feeling like shit. Got the monoclonal antibodies. A day later, he got better.
Yeah.
And it's just, I don't know, man. I think it's wild that people have dug into these weird positions and now use it as a virtue signaling as leverage to I don't know.
It's all right. So it's wild to me because when it first started, I didn't know what to think. All I knew is that like my wife is very susceptible to any type of sickness.
Okay.
And I was just like, all right, so I'm just going to be safe for her. But like, as things went on, I was just, I was just thinking, I was calling bullshit on like, just so much stuff. It just got to be absurd. And then, once it got to be the point where it's just like, well, you're allowed to eat outside, but why would you think you'd be able to perform outside? And you're allowed to do this outside, but you're not allowed.
I put that in a fucking presentation
Yeah.
to the city, and they got no response. No response. And it was so infuriating to write that out and be like, hey, and to literally be like, what is the difference between somebody between two tables sitting 6 feet apart and talking to one another versus one table sitting here, one guy with the microphone outside at least 6 feet away from you, whatever the fuck you people want to do, talking to you. Nothing.
Yeah, and it just got so. And I the main thing that started to really piss me off was everybody pushing everybody to do what they wanted them to do. Like I did what I had to do. I got my vaccine, but I never once got onto social media and was like, you need to go get your vaccine.
No.
You need to do it. No, because it was everybody's fucking choice. Just like everybody is making this whole fucking shebang about, like the abortion rights in fucking Texas and this, that, and the other. You want to talk about choices, but then you don't want to give people choices.
It's so bizarre. Is it not bizarre?
It's fucking insane to me that it's the same group of people.
I know!
But they basically have closed it off on this side of their brain like, no, you don't have a choice. But now you have a choice and we have to have a choice. And I'm like, what do we get to choose? I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand what we get to choose and why and what's good to choose and what's not good to choose.
I just don't get what you just said. If these people who are like, you should not be allowed to have an abortion, but also the government shouldn't be able to force you to jab you. That's government intervention on a medical procedure.
Yeah.
So either you're all in or you're not. Okay.
One or the other, dude.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
But, so I'm more right leaning now later in my life than I am. Okay. Yeah. I follow all these like conservative pages on Instagram, and I would say 7 to 8 out of 10 posts I agree with, right? I'm like, all right, that's cool. But then basically once I start talking about Jesus or pro-life, I'm like, dude, this is where you fucking lose me, right?
100%.
And I was getting into an argument with people online, and I was saying that I could literally pull up the comments right now. Like I was saying that exact same thing because they posted this video of of course, just like ultra left, it's like stereotypical left-wing fucking bitches with purple hair and black clothes, like, no, we're gonna pop abortion pills, just to get the point across, right? But and all these super far right Republican comments are like, yeah, these people are the devil. Oh, how could you kill a baby? Blah, blah, blah. But and I was like, you guys, this is where this is where the right loses. Okay, if you guys just let up on this one issue, you'd probably have more people on the right because you can't be anti-vaccine fucking mandate. You can't be against vaccine mandates and then for the government stopping you from getting a fucking medical procedure. Yeah. It's the same fucking thing.
Same thing.
And they'd be like, no, it's killing people. It's killing people, bitch. Listen, look, that's their choice. That's their choice. Whatever the fuck they want to do, it's their choice.
But when it comes down to it, that's what
yes.
it's what you're talking about with the one thing.
Yes.
And then we're just talking about it for the other.
Yes.
It's just a choice.
Yes. And it's interesting because you can have once you. I think there's more people in the middle than there are on the far right and the far left.
Oh yeah.
But once you basically flip either like the far right or far left's logic back at them, they always, but they can't respond because they know they're wrong. But if they admit they're wrong, then their whole entire psyche cracks.
No, well, yeah, and that's. I feel like that's at the point when you start doing that, when you just start flipping it on them, is when it just resorts to like some kind of name calling.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, it goes there real fast.
It goes there immediately,
listen,
almost
I
immediately.
love. There's nothing more than I love. Than arguing on the internet. It's my favorite thing. I would go back and forth for hours. It's my favorite thing in the world. I highly suggest you try it. It is so much fun. And then other people jump in that you didn't even know we're like reading it, and they start yelling at you. You're like, cool. I got another person to yell at. It's so fucking fun. Fuck you stupid cocksucker motherfucker, you piece of shit. And they're like, well, yeah. Like, one guy actually had a really good insult because I gained a bunch of weight. And he was like, I posted a clip of me doing stand-up. He was like, the only thing worse than you being pro-choice is you trying to fucking squeeze into those fucking skinny jeans. I was like, damn, this fool got me. damn. I was there like, good job, you fucking asshole.
Well, I mean, that's the thing too. Is I mean, as soon as you question them, they're just gonna go to your profile and just like hunt down the one thing that they can find, and be like, "Well, yeah, your mom's dead, so fuck you."
Yeah,
and it's like, oh, shit, okay.
I was actually pretty surprised how quickly they went for the jugular, but like I was like, oh shit, this is getting real ruthless, real fast. I was like, oh shit. Well, when he said the pants thing to me, I looked at the video. I was like, damn, I really do gotta lose some weight. This fool fucking got me. Oh my god.
Oh shit. Okay, so one more little news thing, and then we're gonna move on to the worst. Okay. So I don't know if you've seen this, but PETA has. This is another leather thing. Okay. PETA, the animal rights group, has released a line of clothes made out of human leather. And it's obviously it's faux, but but they made it look like it's human skin, and they made a leather jacket and leather boots. Let me see if I have a picture of it. And they launched it underneath a fake website called Urban Outraged, and they're basically trying to be like, see what happens. Do you see what happens when you you buy any type of leather? So that right there, and I'll send it to you. Oh, he's got it. So, like it's human leather. It's supposed to be human leather boots and leather jackets. But then, okay, so I went to the website because I was like, you know what? Actually, that jacket's kind of dope. I might buy it. And I went to the website to see how much it costs, and it's all a fucking fraud. You click on the shop now or whatever, and it sends you to their website about how pigs and cows and whatever else are skinned and they're and used and treated poorly. And just go fuck yourself, PETA, dude, because I wanted that jacket. And Mike, if you wouldn't mind putting this up on the episode, thank you, so people can see what I'm talking about. I just don't sound like a crazy person.
Yeah.
All right. No. But yeah, so I mean, it like this is like one of those things where I just feel like it's just somebody that works for PETA. It was just like, this is the wokest thing we can do right now. Is, oh yeah, you like leather? Well, how about human?
I hope these vegans at PETA know how many animals that vegan farmers have to kill to get the soy. Like right?
Yeah.
That's the thing that they don't get unless they're growing their own fruits and vegetables. Mm-hmm. Monocropping means you have to literally kill everything around to get all that soy. So all the rabbits, all the snakes, all the things get literally destroyed in those giant fucking machines that they use to cut everything down.
Like the threshers, right?
Yes.
I mean, it just goes through,
yes.
And it doesn't
including
care what's
other
in its way.
Yes, including other plants. And again, if you tell people who are far left like that, who are typically far left like that, all that, what? No. So this is, bro. What world do we live in?
Dude, it feels.
What world do we live in?
Feels like it feels like we live in a tragedy that I'm just finding comedic bits in. You know, it's just.
Okay. I think the biggest problem with today is that nobody speaks out and nobody gets into fights anymore. That's the biggest problem.
No one
if
does.
everyone just opened up their mouth and actually got into a fight, and there were like real life or death circumstances for acting like a fucking bitch, everything would change real fast. When you allow little bitch ass people, oh, we made human leather out of faux leather. That's probably worse for the environment than real leather, and you can't even buy it. Who's running this company?
I want to. Honestly, I want to go.
I'm Jewish. You have to make a sale.
Yeah.
Okay.
Make the sale.
Make the fucking sale.
Make the sale. I want to go into one of these people's houses. One of these people that run PETA. And I want to just look around, because I guarantee you there's at least one thing in that house that came from some kind of animal.
100%.
There's at least one thing in there.
110%.
And I just want to be like, you're full of shit. You're an asshole and you're full of shit. But yeah, man, that's human clothes. Whatever.
Look, they put teeth on the boots, but like when you buy real boots, I don't got no cow teeth on my leather boots.
No.
Why you gotta do that?
No,
Like,
I mean, I wouldn't buy the
this
cow
is-
boots if they had teeth on them.
This is fashionable shit for Leatherface, who's a fictional character.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean,
He would wear that.
He
But
would
he's
wear
also
the
not
fuck
real.
out of that.
Just like these fucking boots.
yeah, they're not real. These are fucking made in Photoshop, and I'm very angry about
I think it would be fun to go to a PETA rally and then like just throw PETA at them.
just
Start
discus-
chucking. What is
discus
this? It's
PETA
PETA, motherfucker! And they'd be like, what?
just discus Peter. Bread.
Yeah.
All right, so I do. The show has a namesake. It's called The Worst. Where basically I'm gonna ask you some questions about worst experiences, and then if you have a story about it, please indulge.
All right.
Were you ever a drug doer, or are you a drug doer?
Very, very, very little. Very little.
Do you have any stories about the worst experience you've ever had on drugs, or any kind of drug?
The worst experience.
Drugs or alcohol? I know you get a little drink in you.
Okay. The worst. All right. This is a date story. Okay. This is the worst date that I ever went on, and it's because of alcohol. Okay.
Got it.
So, back when I was single and I had hair and I was skinny and beautiful, there was this girl that would come to Scopa all the time. She was always on dates, and this girl was just fucking a fucking banger. 10 out of 10, just like tan skin, dark brown hair, bright blue eyes, booty like plow. And I would just, every fucking time this girl came in, I'd be like, damn. This I just couldn't. I was like, this one is for me. Finally, one day she came in, sat at the bar with her friend, not a dude. I walked up. I was like, yo, what's up? What's your name? She was like, oh my god, my name is whatever the fuck it was. And I was like, listen, I've seen you come in here a whole bunch. I was like, I'd love to take you out sometimes. She was like, what, really? I was like, yes. I was like, what are you doing this weekend? She was like, I don't know. I was like, we're hanging out. She was like, okay. And this is back when I could do that. If I was single right now, I literally walk up to her and be like, do you want to sex with me? I don't even know how to be anymore. But
I like food. Good.
Yeah. Do you? Is it my dad's cooler than your dad? Like, right? So hit her up. I'm like, yo, listen, let's go out on Sunday. I was like, what are you doing Monday? She was like, nothing. I was like, cool. Fucking I was like, let's start at what was Sunny Spot, and I was like, then let's go to the bungalow. She was all right, cool. So I hit up the manager at the Sunny Spot. I'm like, yo, listen, I'm like, I need you to roll out the red carpet. I was like, I have a date, and I need the most amount of free shit you could possibly.
10 out of 10, sir.
Yep, within the confines of your job. She was like, cool, no problem, don't even trip. Come through, it's popping. We sit down. They start sending out shots. They start sending out champagne. They start sending out food. All of a sudden, my two homies come. They start sending out more food. So it's all four of us are laughing, giggling, and shit. Then we run into Scopa, have a fucking quick glass of whatever the fuck. Then let's go to the bungalow, right? So we're all in. We were in her car. I was driving at the time. At the time, I wasn't. At the time, I was able to drive. Okay. Like, and all of a sudden, I'm with my homie who had his friend from France there, and he was like, "Oh shit, man! My friend forgot her passport. She's not gonna get to the bungalow. Drop us off." I was like, "All right, cool." So, drive to the bungalow, get there, line is down the block, and the girl's like, "Oh my god, how are we gonna get in?" I was like, "Don't even trip." Walk up, no doorman. He goes, "Yo, what's up, Max?" I'm like, "Yo, what's up?" Boom. Bam, in, right? She was like, "What the fuck?" I was
Baller.
like, I got it. You know what?
You're laying the foundation.
Yep,
right now.
you know what I mean?
Perfect.
Bro, yes, I'm doing everything as correctly as it needs to go.
This night is going off without a hitch.
I am on a one-way path to the vagine. Okay, for sure. Right? Go to the bar. Know the bartenders, shots, this, that, da. Right? At this point, I am drunk. She is too, right? And then also we sitting at this one table. We're talking to all these random people, having a good time. She's like, "Oh my god, you're so fun." I'm like, "Yeah." Right? She gets up, goes to the bathroom. I happen to notice this one dude looking at her. I just happen to notice, right? She comes back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, right? I get up, leave, come back. This dude's sitting in my chair, talking to the girl, and I'll never forget it. I was like, "Not today." Not now. I walk up, tap. What's up, man? I'm like, "Hey, man, you're in my chair." He goes, "What?" And I go, "What's your name?" I put out my hand. He goes, "My name is Carl." Grab his hand. "What's up, Carl? I'm Max." Pull him out of the chair and push him away. Right? Right? Sit back down in my chair. He goes, but. I go, but. Get the fuck out of here. Right? And he goes and fucks off. I look at the girl. She's staring at me dumbfounded. She has a drink in her hand. She's in the next chair over. Take the drink out of her hand, pick her up, put her on my lap, start making out with her. And she goes, "You're a good kisser." And I'm like, "I'm going to plunder your asshole tonight." Like, that's, like, you know what I mean? Like, everything after this point is the foreground.
Make no mistake.
And make no mistake. Your asshole is mine, okay? All of a sudden, and we're drunk as shit at this point. Drunk as fuck. Right? She's sitting on my lap. All of a sudden, she goes, huh! She hiccups. I go, like, you feeling okay? She goes, I'm okay. I go, oh, you want to get you some water? She goes, just starts throwing up everywhere. Okay. We're in the middle of the bungalow. For those of you that are listening from wherever the fuck, wherever you're from, bungalow is one of the busiest and craziest places in Santa Monica. It is wall-to-wall packed.
It's always busy.
Okay, it is wall-to-wall packed every fucking day and every fucking night of the week. And like Sunday is Sunday fun day, so it is extra packed. Okay, this girl is projectile vomiting all over the middle of the bungalow. She's literally, it's like, you know, like when a fucking ambulance comes by and goes, wah, 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 and everyone gets the fuck out the way? It was like that. Everyone's like, woo! All of a sudden, there was just space opening up, right? I'm like, oh my God. Grab her by the hand, run her outside. She's like, bah, 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 bah. I'm like, right? We pop out to the front. There's a line down the fucking, still a line. She's throwing up at the front. There's this like random, like, I don't know, like island of bushes. I go push her in the bushes. She's throwing up, and I'm literally watching, 150 people stare at me as this girl's throwing up behind me. I'm going, she's fine, right? Pick her up. I try, and you can get into the hotel by going through there's the bungalow entrance, and then there's the hotel entrance, right? Yeah. So I want to take her to the bathroom in the hotel, right? We run over. I run over to the fucking hotel entrance. There's a private event happening. And I'm like, listen, I gotta get this girl in. And the guy was like, wait, what? He was like, this is a private event. I was like, what is it? And he was like, it's a bar mitzvah. I'm like, I'm Jewish. And I pop the gate, or pop the little red thing, and just start running as fast. I'm running as fast as I can with this drunk girl who's just like in her heels going clickety clap, clickety clap, clickety clap. Somehow we make it into the fucking hotel. I sit down. I'm drunk as shit. She's in the bathroom throwing up. I go to the other bar, grab a beer. I'm sitting there. I'm just waiting for her to come out. Right. Finally, she comes out. She got this crazy look in her eyes, but she appears to be fine. I'm like, hey, you want to like grab some food to like settle down or something? Which was a mistake in hindsight. Yeah. Okay, which was a mistake. I should have just taken her straight home. I thought maybe some food would settle her stomach, but that's what you do when you're 25 or whatever the fuck I was. Right. Go to the pizza spot across the street. Buy some pizzas. 800 degrees. Sit down. Get the pizzas come, right? I'm having a drink of water. She's sitting at the table. I'm taking bites of my pizza. I'm like, you okay? She goes, no. I'm like, you want to leave? And she goes, starts throwing up in the fucking pizza shop again. Everywhere. The entire fucking pizza shop is looking at us. And she's, again, it was like someone took a fucking sledgehammer to a fire hydrant. Just flying out of her mouth, right? I'm like, this is fucking horrible. Literally, I don't know why I did this, but I remember like I did some weird action hero move. I put my hand on the table and fucking like pushed all the pizza on the floor. I don't know why, right? I go over and I grabbed a bunch of napkins, wiped her face, literally picked her up and threw her over my shoulder. And I'm walking down Wilshire Boulevard to try to find our car with this bitch on my shoulder, right? I'm so drunk. I'm like, right? We parked in some structure. I got lost twice trying to find it. Finally, we get in the car. I should not be driving, but I'm like, this bitch is gonna die. Okay, like this bitch is going to die. Okay, if I do not get this bitch home.
And that's also 100% drunk logic. It's just
yes. Yeah. I mean, whatever. I mean, I'm not proud of it. I'm still here.
No, but yeah.
So I'm drunk driving back to. I just instinctively started to head towards home. Right. I go, hey. I go, where do you live? She goes, I don't know. And I go, what? I'm like, where do you live? She goes, I don't know. I go, dude, you got to tell me your address. She goes, I don't know my address. I'm on the middle of Lincoln Boulevard, slam on the brakes, grab her, go, tell me what your fucking address is now so I can take you the fuck home. And she goes, 1756 Lincoln Boulevard. I'm like drunkenly putting it in Waze, right? Driving. And she actually lived around the corner from my house, which was a very happy coincidence, right?
Yeah.
So I pull up and I'm like, all right, cool. Where do you live? She goes, no. I'm like, not this again. I'm like, yo, what is your unit? Because it's this large apartment complex, right? So I pull in and there's all these fucking houses, but she won't tell me what house is her fucking house.
Leave your house on the doorstep.
I swear to God. I'm like, dude, I need you to tell me. Oh, by the way, she threw up in her car. Like all over the passenger side of her car. It's literally covered in throw up. I did not know humans could produce this much whatever the fuck. Guy was coming out, right? And I'm like, dude, you need to tell me where your fucking house is so I can drop off this fucking car and go the fuck home myself. And she goes, I can't tell you where my house is because my boyfriend is home. And I go, what?
Now that's a fucking M. Night Shyamalan twist right there. Jesus
Yep.
Christ, dude.
Yep. I go, what? She goes, my boyfriend is home.
Oh,
I'm like, listen,
no.
I'm not trying to have sex with you ever.
Not
But I
now,
I need to at least make sure you're home safe. So if something happens, nobody can say that I did something wrong. Okay? Right? And she was like, no, I'm not gonna tell you. Fucking turned off the car, handed her the keys. I was like, peace, and I walked home. And I remember I remember getting back to my couch. Must have been 5 or 6, like at night. I'm drunk as shit. I'm just sitting there, and I just kept saying, her boyfriend's home. Like her boyfriend's home. Like, yeah.
I mean, that's fuck, man. I mean, I really did not expect that ending. Like,
I didn't expect it either.
Obviously, but fuck, man, you had some. I mean, that was quite a ride you just took me on. I fucking appreciate it. I really appreciate it. God damn it. Oh man. All right. We're getting close to the end of time, but I want to do one more of these with you, and then do Are You the Worst? And then obviously I got to have you back because we just had so much fun bullshitting that we didn't really get into all this. Okay. Worst sexual experience.
Worst sexual experience. First time I ever had sex. All right. So back in high school, I used to lie all the time. Everything came out of my mouth was a lie. I was a virgin until my senior year of high school. I should have been a virgin longer, by the way. I was, I'm fucking all these girls, and all these girls are sucking my dick, and blah, 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 blah. I would actually tell lies and get caught in them. I would tell lies and get caught in them. I would in high school, I would say that this girl sucked my dick, then it would get back to the girl, and then she'd be like, I can't believe you said that, I sucked your dick. And I would forget that I even said that, and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I never said that. And then she'd be like, so-and-so said that. I have a flashback of, oh, fuck, I did say that. Anyways.
Before you continue, let me just say that I've also done this.
Okay.
And the one that just flashed into my memory as soon as you talked about just lying about everything, when I was in 7th grade, I was holding court in the lunchroom. And I was telling all of my dudes that about this just sexual extravaganza I had. But the story was the story from a Boys in the Hood. where he's fucking the girl and the grandma comes home and he has to jump out the window.
Oh,
I was telling them that story verbatim.
Oh.
Until one of the 8th graders came by and he stopped and he was listening to me. He goes, "You didn't do that? That's in a movie." And I was like, "Yeah, but yeah."
Oh my god.
Yeah,
that's
you're
so
right.
Funny.
It's in a movie. Yeah, these guys have never seen Boys in the Hood. I thought I was gonna get away with it.
Funny.
But that flashed right back into my head as soon as you were talking about that shit.
No, it's not. I really didn't.
But please continue.
Okay. All right. So, everybody thought that I was this big fucking. All of Beverly Hills High School thought that I was fucking all of Beverly Hills High School. I wasn't fucking anybody. Okay. And my friend introduced me to these 2 girls that went to Crossroads or something, whatever the fuck. And somehow, some way, I became friends with this one girl, and I would tell her about all the quote unquote girls that I was having sex with all the time. Oh, I was having sex with this girl, having sex with that girl, and yeah, this girl got mad at me for having sex with that girl, right? It's all bullshit. Anyways, one day, she calls me. She goes, "Hey." I was like, "Hey, what's up?" She goes, "Listen." "Yeah?" She goes, "We're good friends." I'm like, "Yeah?" She goes, "I want you to take my virginity." And I go, "What?" She goes, "But I'm really scared because you're so experienced." I was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, I am, dude. I fuck.
"Oh, yeah. You know me. I'm out here fucking." And I was like, "So, like, now what?" And she's like, "Well, do you want to come over? Like, my mom's at home, total high school shit, right?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "All right, cool." I remember, like, she lived not too far from. I was able to walk to her house, right? And I bought all these Magnum condoms, which, like, that's not my family, right?
No.
So especially back then, you know what I mean? Like, no, like that was
Young
that was
Jewish
more for
prince.
show. Yeah,
I don't got that piece.
Right. So get in her house, and I think I'd like gotten like 3 blowjobs in my life at that point in time. I don't know. And we start kissing, and she goes, "Oh my God, Max!" And I was like, "What?" Her name was Anna. I was like, "What, Anna?" And she was like, "I'm so nervous." And I was like, "Why?" She's like, "'Cause like you're so experienced." experience. Oh my God. And I was like, it'll like be fun. So like we start kissing, and I like somehow put on the condom, and I'm just like thrusting back and forth, and she's like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, does it feel good? She's like, those are my thighs. And I was like, oh right. Okay. So she like, maneuvers me in, and I just kind of start like making these weird ass motions with my hips.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Really, really weird. Like not normal.
Like no rhythm whatsoever.
No rhythm.
Yeah.
Not the most unnatural. Fucking. I'm like thrusting like up, like making these weird fucking faces. Then I'm like, what happens if I go over here? What happens if I go over there? What happens if I start making these weird circles? And about, I think 2 or 3 minutes in, she put her hand on my chest and she was like, can we stop? And I was like, you don't like it? And she was like, no, I don't like it. And I was like, oh. Okay. You want to like take a break? She was like, no. So my mom's gonna be home soon, so you can like leave. And I was like, oh.
Like, I think we're done here.
And that was a long walk home.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah. I just remember being like, why did I lie about all this shit? Like that's all I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, why did I lie? Like,
did you remain friends afterwards?
No, we never talked.
No,
about it.
I was gonna say that would be way too uncomfortable.
Yeah,
that would be way too uncomfortable.
I think I saw her later on in high school, and like I was like, what's up? She was like, what's up, Max? And like that was it.
Oh shit. Okay, so we're gonna end this with "Are you the worst?" It's basically a rapid fire series of questions.
Okay.
You answer yes or no to.
Okay.
And we will start right now. Have you ever stolen from your parents?
Yes.
Have you ever lied to your girlfriend?
Yes.
Have you ever been a bully?
No.
Have you ever cheated on someone?
No.
Have you ever worn Crocs?
No.
Have you ever worn jean shorts?
Yes.
Have you ever made fun of a retarded person?
Probably.
Yeah. Okay. I mean that's how we're gonna end it today. And I'm glad that he's truthful about it because I've done it too. Thank you for listening to The Worst. Thank you for coming. I'm gonna have you back again soon because we have more shit to get through, and it's just been a fun one.
Go, man.
Max runs Super Dope Show. Mr. Kestenbaum on Instagram if you want to follow. Also the Super Dope Show, right?
Yes. Thank you. Yeah.
So follow him. Go to his shows. They're fucking fantastic. Continue to watch this, please.
Yeah. So tell all your friends about this podcast. Blow Chad the fuck up and make it so this is the only thing he has to do in his life is just podcast and collect that fucking sponsorship money. That's it. Okay?
That's all I want to do.
Do your part. He's doing his part. You do your part.
I've been behind
you tell
the
your
bar
fucking friends
for 15 years.
God damn, you too?
Yes. I've been behind a bar for 15 years. Guys, help me.
Yeah. Help Chad.
Help me. All right. Fuck yeah, dude. Super Dope Show. Thank you. We're out.